Two massive continental fixtures for us coming up today as we get set for the knockout playoff round. First leg against Tristan Suarez in the Copa Sudamericana. But first, I was absolutely gutted by this news. Just days before the 2034 World Cup was set to kick off, Leonardo picked up an injury and was forced to miss the tournament. He will be back in regular training in about a week, so we may see him in the second leg of competition today. How have things been going in the league? Pretty well. Last time we were together, we've played a lot of matches since then. We had that 0-0 draw in the third round of the Copa do Brasil at home against Corinthians. Well, we played them again just 3 days later at Novelli Jr. and were victorious by a score of 1-0. In fact, we had 4 clean sheets in a row, 3-0 victories at home against Avaí and Cuiabá, two teams that both came up from Série B last year. Tough 1-1 draw against Botafogo. Things fell apart a little bit against Grêmio. That 2-0 score, I think we were better than that scoreline. We did manage a 1-1 draw against Santos and then losses against Sao Paulo and Atlético Paranaense. Not a great run of form through those 5 matches, especially gutting since it came after 4 straight clean sheets. But then we found our way. 2-1 at home against Ceará. João Henrique with another corner goal. I mean, he's 6'6", and you can't teach tall. And then we absolutely ran roughshod over Cruzeiro by a score of 6-1. We were up 1-0 thanks to Leonel Torqueta in the 6th minute. They were able to tie it up at about the half-hour mark, just a little bit before, and then we just exploded. Torqueta added a second just before halftime, and in the second half, Pereira in the 48th minute finally getting off the schneid. Leo from the penalty spot, he's been getting a lot of starts on that right wing. Beto scored. And in fact, that was the goal of the month for Beto, and João scored. We then rotated our squad quite a bit and easily took care of Goiás at home by a score of 4-1. So where does that put us in the league? A very healthy 6th place. And as you may notice, we have 2, 3, sometimes 4 games in hand over all of the teams around us. 8 wins, 2 draws, 5 losses. We are currently sitting on 26 points. So far, we're not even at the halfway point of the season, and we have about half of the number of points we had last year. Still struggling with the teams ahead of us, not beating Sao Paulo, not beating Atlético Paranaense, not beating Flamengo, Palmeiras. We'll see what happens when we play them next. But overall, I am very, very thrilled with the way this team has been playing this year. We have parted company with one of our youngsters, 19-year-old defenseman Juninho Carioca. Hadn't really seen any action with the club. He made 1 appearance last year, did decently well, but he was still on his youth contract. So when Inter and frankly a ton of teams, to be honest with you, from Italy came in for him, and we're going to get compensation for a guy that we're not even currently paying, we didn't stand in the way. We did stand in the way, though, when Man United came in for Adalberto, and they were offering a pretty decent amount of money. I believe the number was 15-16 million, and we thought he might kick up a fuss, but most of it was in installments, and he's got a release clause for, I believe, 16.25 million. Now, that's to domestic clubs, I understand. We thought he would get upset when we turned it down. We didn't hear anything from him. We have gotten other offers in for him as well for not as much money, but he'd rather stay here or go to Man U. So the other ones, it was pretty easy for us to say no. But as I said, there is a lot of football to play in this episode, so let's get right to it. João Feijão is in goal. Now, those 4 clean sheets are the only 4 clean sheets he has this year. Well, 5, technically, if you want to count the cup match as well. Ivanzinho, João Henrique, Canella, and Sousa Silva are going to be our back 4. Sousa Silva has aggravated me quite a bit, so we have given a decent amount of game time to William Zorzanon, but he's going to be on the bench this time. Beto's going to be at the base of the midfield with Edson Jose next to him. Lionel Turqueta has been playing pretty well as the 10, so we're leaving him there. Leo is going to be on the right-hand side. I believe this is his third or fourth consecutive start. Arisvaldo Pereira has finally started scoring again, so he is once again our striker. And Manuel Rodriguez sat out the last match just because we wanted to give him some rest, but he'll be there on the left wing once again. And I feel like I say this every time we're about to play a brand new team from a different country, but I really do not know what to make from the Argentinian side. They are on the road. Let me change my camera. Keep forgetting to do that. I don't know if you guys like it. No, we don't want tactile. We don't want broadcast. We want dynamic sideline. Nothing was happening anyway. Y'all did not miss anything. I do like kind of looking down on the team, but I know it makes it very difficult to really see what's going on for you guys, the viewer, especially if you're watching on a phone or whatnot. Lionel Turqueta with a corner opportunity. It's short, so Ocampo will clear it, but only to Rodriguez. Circles it back. Turqueta's in. Oh, he hits the post, but sitting on the doorstep, waiting for the garbage is Arisvaldo Pereira. He's got the goal, and Ituano has a 1-0 lead on the road. Really could not have asked for a better start, and the first 8 shots of the game have gone Ituano's way, so we are absolutely dominating this team. Now, remember, to get to this point, you had to come in second place in your group here in the Copa Sudamericana. So we are not dealing with a complete lightweight here. And this is a team from Argentina. So, but what we're probably dealing with is a mid-table or bottom mid-table team. Because you remember, we got here in 11th place in last year's Brasileiro. João Enrique just cannot get those headers on target today. Not one, but 2 corner opportunities missed. And we already, at the half-hour mark, have 17 shots on goal. 18 now, 9 of them on target, and only the 1 goal to speak of. So you've got to give credit to the opposition goalkeeper. He's doing a pretty decent job because we are absolutely shelling him right now. And we're doing it on a positive mindset. We did tick things down from attacking. I thought we were getting a little too out of control. Turqueta laying it out to the far side. Leo dribbling with it. Gives it to Beto. Back for Leo. Into the middle. Leo Turqueta is going to be Johnny on the spot this time, as the initial cross was blocked by Gomez Riga, and it came right back to Turqueta, and Ituano enjoying a very nice and fairly comfortable at the moment 2-0 lead. But we've got a highlight right off of the kickoff. Here they come the other way. Beluomi out for Rivera. Are they going to get an opportunity here on goal? Still no shots on goal up till this point. Beto steps in front of that pass, and here we go the other way. Leo Turqueta turns, pops it forward. Nice switch of play to Manuel Rodriguez. Great first touch, keeping it away from the defender. He's got it in. He's deep, and he puts it right into the breadbasket of Gomez Riga. All of the beautiful play that led up to that moment completely nullified by a pretty horrible attempt. It takes a lot of skill to put the ball right on the goalkeeper from that angle and from that range. And Manuel Rodriguez did not disappoint. 26 shots on goal, 15 on target, 50% possession. This is not normal. Now, I have not really done much. I mean, there's still some tinkering with the tactic, maybe with a roll here or there, or some player instructions, like our wingbacks are no longer being more direct with their passes, because I felt like they were getting, especially Sousa Silva, were getting a little careless. First shot on goal of the match, by the way, in the 47th minute, and it's easily deflected behind for a corner. Not a very good opportunity taken by Tristan Suarez, but I was about to say highlight in their favor, but a great defensive play. Nice back checking from Leo. It's a hockey term. Spend enough time on our streams, you know I like to throw in the hockey terms. Rodriguez up that far sideline will lay it ahead. Edson Jose, he's deep. He's got Pereira in the middle. Pereira's got his brace. Edson Jose picking up the assist. 3-0, Ituano. I mean, at this point, I'm wondering if we even do the home leg because this is utter domination. Great save by Gomez Riga. Now, Rodriguez was offside, so it wouldn't have counted anyway, but through 55 minutes of this match, it has been all Ituano. I don't know how we are not winning by more than 3 goals, but we certainly have carried over from the performance against Goiás and the one from before. Oh, my goodness gracious. Are you kidding me? Francisco Belluomini picking up the spillage from João Feijão. They're going to check VAR, but the goal was going to be awarded. We knew that was going to happen. But here we go. Heading the other way already off of the ensuing kickoff. Leão, deep, knocked out by Chacon. A corner won by Ituano, which hopefully we're going to get to see, because otherwise that was going to be a really short and inconsequential highlight. Turqueta putting it in, cleared away. Edson Jose is there. Oh, it sneaks through. It looked like Gonzalez got a piece of it and redirected it behind. So Turqueta's going to get another bite of the apple. Going back post. This one cleared away again. Edson Jose looking to recycle quickly up that left side. Gets around one man into the box. Dipsy-doos around another. Puts a shot on. And a nice save there by the keeper. Third consecutive corner. Unfortunately, we're not going to get to see that one at all. I think we are only up by 2, but I think we're going to make some changes, get some fresh blood out there. We're going to have Vitor Ace come in. I have had him make a couple of appearances. He's made 5 off of the bench. He has not been great, but we're going to reward the player that has given us so much over the years. Astro, meanwhile, is going to come in. He had a pair of assists in the last match that he played. And Sousa Silva, please come off. We'll get Gerson on. Gerson making a couple of appearances this year as well. Do I want to turn down the temperature a little bit? I mean, the second half has been more Tristan Suarez than the first, and we have not been nearly as assertive in this half, taken far fewer shots than we did in the half before. Leonel Turqueta is going to come off. We'll get Adalberto out there for the final 10 minutes or so of this match. I mean, it's pretty elementary at this point. I don't even know why I'm still talking. We should probably just cut straight to the end, because we are definitely going to cruise to victory on the road in Argentina. We're going to come back with a 3-1 lead on aggregate for the second leg. We do have one match in the league first. We're going to take care of that. I'll show you what happened and then more of the Copa Sudamericana, but it looks like we are in good position to make it to round 2. See, I gave a very clear roadmap to where we were going to go next, and then FM was like, hold my beer. Immediately after the match, we get another offer in for Adalberto. It's non-negotiable, a total of 14.5 million. That tells me we have something in this player, and I want to keep him around. Inter Milan, he doesn't really care about going there. They have made multiple offers for him, so we're probably going to hear from them quite a bit, because the transfer window did just open the other day. But for now, reject. We heavily rotated for the match against Sport Recife, and Astro did not let us down, picking up a goal, putting it past Vieira in the first half, and that would be all we would need. And even though Sport picked up a little bit of momentum in the second half, they really weren't able to put anything on João Feijão that we were too concerned about, and they are now down in the relegation zone. Bragantino's in for Ivan Zinho, 9.25 million, but he has no desire to go there, so I have no desire to sell him there. Leonardo is back fit following his 5-week injury, but it is not going to give us a selection headache for the second leg of our match against Tristan Suarez, because we are going to leave him on the bench. We are, however, going to go with the exact same squad from the first leg, because they performed just oh so well. Feijão in goal, back 4 of Ivan Zinho, João Henrique, Canella, and Sousa Silva, Beto, Edson Jose, and Turqueta in the midfield, Rodriguez, Leo, and Pereira on the attack. 3-1 is your score on aggregate. We're going to score more. We're going to hold serve at Novelli Junior. Look at me attempting to hype you up. Did I do a good job? Anyway, we are getting set to move on from the knockout playoff round. All we need to do is hold serve against Tristan Suarez from Argentina, and an early steal makes me think that we are going to do the business. In fact, 5 minutes in, it's already 4-0. So Tristan Suarez, they could not register a shot the entire first half of the first leg. They do have 2 now, but we're absolutely taking it to them just like we did. We haven't changed anything with the tactic. None of the instructions are any different. And the personnel is all the same. Canella heading it forward. The only thing I will say is if we maintain this score or better by the time the second half rolls around, we'll get some substitutions in, get some minutes in, some legs. Rodriguez into the middle. Lionel Tarqueta makes it 4-1. 1-0 on the night, 11 minutes in. I really am glad that we're seeing some additional productivity out of that number 10 spot. It was a while that we weren't really getting much of anything. And the fact that we're putting good crosses into the middle that both Tarqueta and Pereira are able to bang home makes me feel pretty good, and it gives me hope that the tactic, maybe one that we finally can settle on for a while. We had the tactic we started last year with, we played 3 seasons without change. Oh, good, great ball through to Lionel Tarqueta. Edson Jose, what vision, what talent. It's 2-0. We still have 70 minutes left in this match, but we have a stranglehold on this tie. Great pass forward. Touch pass from Pereira. Edson Jose. Give Pereira the hockey assist. Into space in the box. Gomez Riga comes out to challenge, but is ultimately unsuccessful. Yeah, we had the same tactic all the way through the first third, I want to say, of the 2033 season. And then it's been 6 different tactics, constant tinkering. Canella in front, picking up the assist from Rodolfo Souza Silva to make it 3-0, and we are just not letting up. A beautiful set piece taken by Leo. Back post. He overcooked it a little bit because Souza Silva didn't really have a shot, but he did have a beautiful pass to find Canella in front. In fact, I think it's been a while since Canella has scored. He's only got 1 goal in 32 appearances coming into this match. So Canella finally putting it home, and not like he used to with his head, but actually hitting it on the volley with his left foot. Very impressive. In fact, the only person who's not really impressive out there right now is Ivan Zinho. So maybe we will be replacing him at halftime, getting some fresh legs in there. I mean, I know Rodriguez has played an absolute ton. A good defense, though, by Ivan Zinho to force a very bad attempt from about Mars on goal. Not a lot for Tristan Suarez in this one. I gotta say, it's 3-0 as we tick down toward the half. Edson Jose over the top. Tarqueta. Oh, Pereira. So very close. The initial save was made by Gomez Riga. Pereira tried to pop it over with his head. I am a little concerned as we look at the match momentum map that Tristan Suarez starting to kind of come into the match a little bit. But, I mean, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I think this one's over. Christian Velasquez is in at left back, Astro at left wing, and Lionel Tarqueta has come off in favor of Paulo Alexandre. Part of the challenge I had in selecting the subs for the second half is that most of the team is already complacent because they're going on we're up by 5 goals and they only have 5 shots on goal, not a single one on target. I'm pretty sure we've got this. Complacency is a massive problem in Football Manager, and I didn't want to put any of those players out there, which means Leonardo is not going to be appearing in this match. Astro sending it back post. Leo nodding it down. Souza Silva into the middle. It's blocked off. Fernandez will clear, but João Enrique puts it back into play for Ituano. Up the left side, Velasquez. He will drop it to Edson Jose. Astro in the middle. Pereira puts it wide for a goal kick. You know what? Arisvaldo Pereira is so hit or miss, and I don't care that he's complacent. We're going to put out Aramis Tucci because he is our best option there. I don't know what's happening. Maybe it's related to the skin, but a lot of times I'll click something and it'll click something else too. Oh, João Enrique, you got to do better with that, son. It was a beautiful delivery off of the corner, and we just could not take advantage. But yeah, this one is over, my friends. I would love to see who we get in the next round. I'm sure the competition's going to get even more stiff, And we beat Liverpool FC handily twice, but they were stiffer competition than Tristan Suarez has been in this knockout tie. They must have really had an easy group because they did not come to play. Edson Jose into the box. Oh, and he drags his shot wide. This is what the complacency is going to do. We are just not sharp right now, even though we have held the opposition to just a single shot on goal in this half. We've gotten opportunity after opportunity after opportunity, and we've kind of let many of them fall by the wayside. But I'm not going to complain because all in all, we have played well in this match. We played well in this tie. We have played well the last couple of months in the league. And that run of 5 matches without a win after the last episode, it's in the distant mirror. It is in the past. We dominated the second half. We dominated the tie, and we move on. We're still alive in the Copa Sudamericana. Still a ton of football to play in the league, but that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wins in a row for Ituano. We are cruising. We are right now in a spot for the Copa Libertadores. I don't want to say that too loud because I don't want to jinx it. We have the second round of the Copa Sudamericana, Team TBD. That's coming up in our next episode. If you've enjoyed this, I really do hope you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, tell all of your friends, and come on back next time for more South American action. It's the Youth Academy Challenge with Ituano. Last year was a bit of a rough one, but we are back on the up. I'm excited, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Until then, my friends, bye-bye.